They're gone. They're gone. They're so far gone, the mortician can't find the body. The family won't even show up at the funeral services, for heaven's sakes. What happened to the Chicago White Sox? What happened to Ozzie? What happened to this ball club that had this remarkable turnaround and was going to run away with the American League Central Division? That's just one of the topics we're going to cover right here on the show done by the fans for the fans. This is Black and Blue City on WCIU.com.
blackandbluecity.com with Kopic.
Well, welcome once again to Wheel of Fortune, and we welcome our combatants. Good old Joel Radwanski, the pride and joy of Clark and Addison, along with big Matt Benson, 292 pounds of twisted steel sex appeal. Matt's had a rather engaging late season growth spurt. All right, as a White Sox fan who shells out big dough for his tickets, how badly ripped off do you feel right now?
I don't feel badly ripped off on the whole season. I feel like the last couple of games really were depressing. But you look at the whole season in a nutshell, the team really did a lot better than we expected them to do. The last couple of days, yeah, I think that they ran in there. I mean, the bullpen couldn't pitch. They had no clutch hitting whatsoever on the ball club. It was depressing.
Okay, now you're all of a sudden talking logic. Before the show, you were talking about it was a great season just because they have a chance at 90 wins. I mean, what's the big deal? I thought as a Chicago White Sox fan, you had higher standards. You've been throwing the 2005 World Series in my face all year long. So you consider 90 wins a great season? Come on, tell the fans what you were saying earlier.
On the South Side, we consider playing baseball that means something after the NBA season ends a quality season.
Okay.
A little bit different than you do on the north side of town.
Okay, so maybe our season was over in June. People kept going.
Season?
Hold on.
Every season?
All I know is this. If nobody is in your ballpark in September and you do get to 90 wins, does it even count? It's like the tree falling in the woods.
Welcome back, White Sox fans, to our Cub fan, a resident argument that they always come up with, that no one's in the ballpark, so the Cub fans must be better because they show up.
Well,
is this really where we have to go back
every
time?
single White Sox fan that goes to the game actually watches this program. Thank you, Chuck. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Ryan, because that's pretty much all the Chicago White Sox fans that show up.
Thank you, Chuck. Thank you, Bill. Thank you,
I'm
Ryan.
sure there's a Lisa in there
That's
somewhere.
That's something a Beatles song, doesn't it?
Who's
Who's that, Vera, Chuck, and Dave? No, I mean, come on. The Cubs are a horrible team. I don't even know how you can say
And I'll be more than willing to second
my
that.
ball club put us in a position to win a division this year. I think my anger lies with a guy named Ozzie Guillen right now, where he didn't take care of standing up for this team and somebody taking the ball and plunking Joe Mauer or plunking Delman Young in the back in this series after the crap they pulled on us in August.
Yeah, surprisingly, where was Ozzie to defend his boys? Normally, all year long, it's Ozzie ball. We're going to fight in tooth and nail, and all of a sudden, these guys don't get plunked.
Showed up in this Minnesota
Now,
series.
by the way,
I don't think they showed up at all.
If they plunked Joe Mauer, there would be suspensions to serve. The MLB would come down hard. If they plunked Delman Young, they would probably get money donated to the charity.
Well, why don't we pull Mark Tian in there? Let him get suspended for the next year.
Well, Mark Tian is too busy ripping on Brent Lillibridge for standing in line to get one of those Halo games. Are you serious? That's what your team is doing now?
Time after a searing round one of activity. What does the judges' card look like? Rounds 2 and 3 still to come right here on Black and Blue City. Hey, don't you even contemplate going away. Stay with us. Sam Brown. Is he your stud? Is he your number one starter heading toward baseball 2011? Or are you now more than ever making a concerted effort to get his ass out of town?
Okay, all of a sudden, because he's 6-0 and is the 8th start since he's been reinstated, 1.58 ERA, everybody's saying, oh, he's going to be our number one next year. He will not pitch at that level. No way can he earn the $18 million. If somebody is willing to take him off of the Cub hands, please take him. He'll prosper somewhere else. I'm happy. Well, are the White Sox willing to take him?
I'm not taking his
Well,
salary.
the Cubs are not going to pay it.
The guy's 9-6 this year with a 3.75 ERA. He is your best starting pitcher.
No, Ryan Dempster is.
statistically.
Ryan Dempster's the best starting pitcher on the
What's his
Chicago
record?
Cubs. He's 13-10 with a 3.6 ERA this year. And he has not missed starts, and he has given a lot more quality starts. My point is,
he missed starts because your manager
if you can get
didn't give a crap about the season, decided to bench your $18 million guy. Let Zambrano pitch. How many pitches? Jose Contreras lost 9 games in a row, and they came back and won 18 in a row with the White Sox.
When they
Let
benched him,
pitch.
he wasn't pitching worth a damn. All of a sudden,
So what?
he comes back in August when the team isn't any good, was totally out of it, and he pitches well. Let's not give.
Wait a minute.
Hold
Okay.
on.
Hold on. You're going to go with this argument here. You're going to say come back in August. It doesn't mean a damn thing. Yet everyone in this media town wants to say Mike Quaddy should be your manager next year. Look at what he's done for
Let
this ball club.
them
They're
flap their
15-8.
mouths. Let them flap their mouths. Michael Hoffpower went 3 for 4 last night, so maybe he should be the White Sox DH next season.
Job to Mike Quaddy, and you are nuts.
I'm not giving it to him.
Flat out nuts.
I'm Jim Hendry right now. I'm still got to search. It isn't Bob Melvin, and you know what? All of a sudden, maybe I don't have a problem with Sam Ritter if they go cheap next year, but if they can get Adrian Gonzalez in a trade, maybe they can get another starting pitcher because Alfonso Soriano said him, A-Ram, and the rest of the boys are going to hit next year, that all they need is pitching. That determines it.
Out of the Padres for Adrian Gonzalez, not a bad idea.
Referee Arthur McCanty steps in to break up the two combatants. We'll tell you why Ricketts can't go cheap in 2011 when we come back right here on Black and Blue City. Welcome back to the History Channel. Pal, Ricketts can't go cheap in 2011 because 2010, the first year of the Ricketts administration, Benson, if you think I'm wrong, if I'm lying, I'm dying. It has been a lousy year.
No, I don't care about
Creatively,
payroll.
economically, esoterically, and from the box office show in the minor league, it's been a lousy year.
And Chet, I really don't care about the payroll. I don't care if it's high or low, whatever. Just give me 25 guys that can play baseball, pitchers who throw strikes, guys that can run the bases, guys that can catch the ball. No, that is
That
true.
wins the worst single cliche of the year award.
This is true.
one game at a
Just
time,
throwing
then,
money
Rick.
at a problem. The problem is this team pays like the Yankees and plays like the Royals. That's the problem with this particular team.
You have no
Okay.
chance of going cheap because you're going to sell out the stadium. Doesn't make a difference. This year, there's people, nobody's in the seat in September. Big deal. They sold these seats back in April. Doesn't make a difference. You've got the money. Your problem is you've got salaries you can't get rid of. He's going to have to get very creative
exactly.
to get rid of some of these salaries to try to bring in an Adrian Gonzalez or try to bring in a stud pitcher to help these guys. Because Ryan Dempster, I love the guy. He's not a number one.
No, my problem is
He's
I
a
don't
great
think-
number 3 guy on any staff.
I don't think they're 3 or 4 players away like Jim Hendry says they are, Chet. If they were, go spend the money. I just don't think they're that
Soriano
close.
says they're one pitcher away up on the board here. He says Soriano,
nuts.
Ramirez, and
By the way,
Bird can handle the offense. Because I believe in the first half of this year, without Bird, they hit collectively about 190. So it should be
Especially
interesting to see what they're gonna do next year.
with runners in scoring
When
position,
they're
I think they hit
younger
0.
next year. Oh, wait a minute.
You want to know what your ball club is? The essence of your ball club. Your club thinks Marlon Byrd is a great ball player. He's JAG. He's just another guy.
No, he's an above average guy. He's the guy that does the little things right, Chet. He is a perfect quality complementary player in a championship ball club. For
Right.
$5 million
But
a year,
just
he's
another
getting
guy.
paid, right. But he's
Well,
still...
$5 million a year, you're correct.
Okay.
He is being paid.
By the way,
He is making $5 million
he'd be the best
a year, too.
outfielder in the White Sox right now. Alex Rios has disappeared. Carlos Quentin, all he does is hit himself with a bat.
What
And
do you
Juan
mean-
Pierre
what do you mean
steals
by-
7 bases against the
What do you
Royals
mean
when they lose by
right
10.
now?
Right now, at this moment, Marlon Byrd would be...
370 on-base percentage with 70 or 60 stolen bases. Alex Rios has 21 homers and 82 RBIs.
That's a
Quentin has
soft
24 homers
370.
and 82 RBIs. They're not even close. He wouldn't even break our lineup.
Judge Chris Shaw stops the fight. The official decision is a draw. In this, our wind-up edition of 2010, blackandbluecity.com, Mr. Joel Radwanski will have the first of our final says by our 2 lovable contestants.
Okay, I had a great time doing this. Thank you, Chris Shaw. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, everybody involved in this, Vivian Bush. Thank you, Chet Kopic. But most of all, I don't want to say thank you to the Chicago Cubs. You made this job for me extremely difficult. Next year, I don't care about payroll. I mean this. I want to see good quality ball players on there. I don't care if you're paying somebody $20 million or the league minimum. Get people out there who care, who hustle, and play smart baseball. And if you're a Chicago Cub fan, do what I do. Boycott the team. I had tickets in September. I did not go because I want to see good baseball.
I also want to thank the Chicago Cubs because most of these guys are in the media. I've never done day one of this, and they made my job real easy this year. So thank you, Chicago Cubs, and thanks Chicago White Sox for making it an interesting year talking about this until you crapped on your leg against the Twins this week.
Seriously, I want to thank Chris Shaw for being a visionary and having enough courage to move forward and allowing fans to have the opportunity to speak to other fans about White Sox and Cubs baseball. Now sit tight because we're going to be back shortly after the winter meetings with our 2011 Black and Blue City right here on WCIU.com, although you never know. Hey, you guys at WCIU.com, if you don't promote us the way we deserve to be promoted, we might just go someplace else.
We gone!
Until then, they gone, he gone, he gone, I gone, and you gone. So long, everybody.
Oh.